We've spent a lot of energy and time on the changes to the elected president this year. I personally have paid a lot of attention to this. I feel strongly that it is my responsibility and something that I need to do now. And let me explain to you why. I've been involved with the elected presidency almost from the start. As a young minister, I helped Mr. Goh Chok Tong and his team to develop Mr. Lee Kuan Yew's concept into a complete scheme, and I helped Professor Jayakumar to draft the white papers in 1988 and 1990. Since the elected presidency began, I have been operating the mechanism that we designed and discovering its glitches. I helped to refine and amend the scheme as we went along. And after becoming Prime Minister, I've worked closely with two elected presidents, Mr. S.R. Nathan and Dr. Tony Tan, including asking Mr. Nathan for permission to draw on the reserves during the global financial crisis. So I think I can say that I know the system. What the design intent was when we first formulated the scheme, how it has worked in practice, how conditions have changed, how our ideas have evolved, and how we should fine-tune and improve the scheme to make it work for our long-term future. These changes are my responsibility. I'm doing it now because it would be irresponsible of me to kick this can down the road and leave the problem to my successors. They've not had this long experience with the system, and they will find it much harder to deal with. I'm sure the result will not be perfect. I fully expect that one day my successors will find it necessary to make further improvements and adjustments to the elected presidency scheme. But I believe that changes in this bill will make the elected presidency work better for Singapore, now and in the future. But please understand, whatever we do, it is not cast iron and foolproof. Things can still go wrong in Singapore, with Singapore politics. A government may be elected with good intentions, only to find its policies turn out badly. A president may be elected on a basis different from his constitutional role. Relations between the president and the government may become strained or even break down. Most fundamentally, Singaporeans may become split along fault lines, race, religion, income, or class. And then no political system will produce a stable government for the country. All these are possible despite all the safeguards we are putting in place. And yet we know that without the elected president, we have more cause to worry that things can go disastrously wrong. Strengthening the elected presidency will reduce the chances of this happening, but ultimately our safety and our future lie in the hands of Singaporeans. We must rely on Singaporeans to remain united so that our politics can be constructive and cohesive. To get people to come forward to serve the nation in many different ways. To elect good people into Parliament and government and to serve as president. And then we can work together with those entrusted with authority and responsibility to deliver the results that we know Singapore can achieve. Madam Speaker, I support the bill.